Sign up for Whatnot using my referral link in the description. You'll get a free $15 at checkout, and make sure to get yourself something nice. Ladies and gentlemen, the 3-week-long question has finally been answered. Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. So for those of you that don't know, in the Rush Duel game during Jump Festa weekend, which was a little bit before Christmas in like mid to late December, we got 5-headed dragon revealed as a new fusion monster for the Rush Duel game. Well, up until now, many of us had been wondering, how the hell do you summon this thing? There was literally no legal way to summon it for about a month, because in order to summon this monster, you need to fuse 5 dragons together, and in Rush Duel, you only have 3 monster zones, and the way fusion works, or worked, in Rush Duel was you could only fuse with monsters on your field. You couldn't use materials in your hand. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, has changed, and there finally is a way to summon 5-headed dragon. 2 ways, as a matter of fact. The first is through polymerization. So we are finally getting Yugioh, Yugioh Janae, Yugioh Da, a little bit of an Arc 5, reference there, in Rush Duels. Now, polymerization is going to be treated as a legend card, which makes a lot of sense. I think this card would have been a little too broken if it was not a legend, and if it wasn't a legend, everyone would have just run 3 of these, and the original fusion would have been completely obsolete, the fusion that allows you to fuse only using materials on your field. So polymerization acts exactly like polymerization acts in the Master Rule Yu-Gi-Oh, where you can send monsters from your hand or field to the graveyard as material to fusion summon. So that, of course, will let you summon a monster with more than 3 material, like 5-headed dragon, which we'll get to right now. 5-god dragon remains pretty much the same. 5 dragon monsters. It cannot be special summoned except by fusion, and its continuous effect is that it can only be destroyed by battle with either a divine monster or a light monster. Really the only 2 attributes that it's not made of. So that's kind of always been its effect, and it keeps that effect here. And I can definitely see this being a pretty massive card, and a really cool card to probably summon in Rush Duel. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a useful Rush Duel card, only because it has no protection from effects. So trap cards can still affect it, spells can still affect it, even monster effects can technically pop it as well. It just has protection by battle, and it doesn't really need protection by battle because 99% of the time, you're not going to have Rush Duel monsters reaching anywhere above 5,000 attack, right? The only way it can get destroyed by battle is if it battles a monster with more than 5,000 attack, or if there's a card or an effect that lowers its attack, but that's probably not going to happen. So it's a cool monster. It's an iconic monster. I don't really think it's going to be all that useful, but it's cool that we're getting it, and it's cool that, well, we've known about getting it. It's cool that we finally have polymerization and an additional way to fusion summon and a way to actually fuse it to the game of Rush Duel. But a really cool card that we're getting, I actually love the design of this, is Dragon Tribe Fusion. So this is an additional way to summon 5-headed dragon, and the requirement for this card is that you have to control a face-up level 7 or higher dragon monster, and then you can activate this spell. You can shuffle 1 face-up dragon normal monster you control, and 1 or more dragon monsters in your graveyard back to the owner's deck to fusion summon. During this turn, monsters you control cannot attack except fusion monsters. So because you can shuffle 1 or more dragon monsters in your grave back to the owner's deck, technically you shuffle 1 face-up dragon on your field, 4 dragons in your grave back to the deck, and then you can fusion summon 5-headed dragon. And of course you can run 3 Dragon Tribe Fusion, so that might be a little bit more maybe of a consistent way to summon 5-god dragon. The only issue with that is you need to have at least 4 dragons in your grave, and you have to have a normal level 7 or higher dragon monster face up on the field. So like Red Eyes Black Dragon, Blue Eyes White Dragon, anything like that. it's funny because there were a lot of people that when 5-God Dragon was revealed at Jump Festa said maybe we'll get like a Dragon's Mirror type card. Now, of course, Dragon's Mirror is a very good card, and it fusion summons by banishing monsters from your field or graveyard. So Dragon Tribe Fusion to me is like a Rush Duel version of Dragon's Mirror because you can't banish cards in Rush Duel. Banish is not a thing. That is not a feature at this current time in Rush Duel, and so that's why you can't just put Dragon's Mirror in Rush Duel because it doesn't make sense. So to have a unique spell card that's still dragon-based that does allow you to use materials in your grave, but by sending them back to your deck rather than banishing them is exactly what we got here with Dragon Tribe Fusion. So two really cool fusion support spells. Of course, one is a legend card, which means if you run it, you can't run Pot of Greed, you can't run Graceful Charity. There's probably better fusion or better spell legend cards that you would want to run in Rush Duel. I'm not sure if you would really use fusion unless maybe you have a fusion based deck, because even if you don't want to use 5-headed dragon, which, you know, besides the meme, I don't know if you ever really would, you could, unless you're, you know, going for an OTK. I'm sure there are some probably crazy plays that you can you know, get off with 5-God Dragon, but it is a really good card that you can use once a duel and summon, you know, monsters, a fusion monster using materials in your hand, rather than needing to get them on the board. So if you're running a fusion-based deck, I can see that maybe being your legend card. And then, of course, the other one is just dragon theme. But, guys, let me know your thoughts on Dragon Tribe Fusion, Polymerization, and 5-headed dragon. We finally know how we can summon this behemoth legendary 5-material monster. Thank you all so much for watching. A special thank you to my Platinum tier patron, Panther J, to my Diamond tier patrons, Latrell Smith and Jesse Woods, and to my Egyptian God tier patron, Pink Penguin. Thank you to everyone who supports me on Patreon and whoever is a YouTube channel member. You guys help me out so much. And if you want some exclusive channel perks, definitely check out both of those sites and features. Be sure to check out my channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime content. And until next time, I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys.